Welcome to TPI Insider, where we give you a first-hand look on how we support our travel advisor community. And today we are with Christine with our newly developed team, the Learning and Development team here at TPI. And you are the business development coach on that Learning and Development team, correct?
Yes, I have just been given that position, so it's very exciting moving up into that position where we can help our advisors and just kind of watch their business grow and do everything we can to make them successful.
That is awesome. So describe in detail, as much as you can, some of the things that you do to help support our travel advisor community.
For just the business development portion of it, what we try to do is once they're established with TPI as an advisor, a lot of people don't realize how big this industry is. You know, it's not just, hey, I'm going to plan a trip for my family.
Right.
You know, this is, you're teaming up with suppliers. You are, speaking with different tour agencies. And there's just so many different things that you need to know. We want to make sure that they have a good foundation in order to build on. So they have to understand all of the foundation portions of it in order to make that business successful. Insurance and websites and bringing in clientele, e-marketing, things of that nature. So we try to help them with things like that, getting all of that set up before we throw them out to the wolves.
Understood. Okay, so with that being said, what would you say are the most common challenges you see that travel advisors have today?
I think one of the biggest challenges is that people think travel advisors are non-existent anymore.
Yeah, very true.
It's so easy for someone, especially the younger generation, they're very tech savvy. Okay. And there's so many options out there to just book your own cruise or book your own airfare. You can do anything on your own. Right. With technology today, everything is possible. But what we need to do as travel agents is make ourselves known for the quality that we're offering, for the service that we're offering.
Right.
We have information on the travel industry's requirements, changing things. Like they just updated the whole Real ID.
Yeah.
And a lot of people didn't know that.
Right.
I have an aunt that came from New York, had no idea, and she is on the Amtrak train right now.
She couldn't fly.
On her way to New York because she could not fly because she did not have a Real ID.
Yeah.
Things like this is, these are the valuable pieces of information that people need.
Of course.
And if you don't have that, if you don't know the requirements, you can get stuck. You're going to not enjoy your vacation as much. You should always be able to start your vacation, enjoy your vacation, and end your vacation seamlessly. A travel advisor can do that for you. But it's a challenge for us to get that message out there.
Got it. So with the Learning and Development Department, here at TPI, we're accustomed to collaborating with other departments and other team members. With the Learning and Development Department, walk us through how that department helps the travel advisor build their business from the different team members on the Learning Development team. So we'll walk through them. You have yourself, which is a business development coach. You have our onboarding specialist, right? And Dory, our signature liaison. And then we have our Learning and Development manager, Callista, who manages and oversees it all. So we kind of went into detail on how you help the advisor. Talk to us a little bit about the onboarding specialist position that we have here at TPI.
That is their first stop. So once they're with TPI and we've established them as an advisor with us, we want to give them an introduction.
Okay.
We want them to understand our systems. We want them to know what resources we have for them. The onboarding specialist is the one that's going to reach out, say, hey, welcome to TPI. Let me go ahead and do a video call with you.
Okay.
And we can share our screen. We can go through a navigational introduction to the system, TPI Suitcase.
Right.
Teach them how to submit their sale. Teach them where to hook up with the partners that we have so that they have those
the fundamentals.
All the fundamentals and just show them where to find everything, how to do everything.
Right.
And then from onboarding, we will move them over to their next step would be signature.
Got it.
Which is our consortium.
Correct.
So we want to make sure that they understand all of the benefits that it has for them.
Correct.
So we will,
Which is a ton, by the way.
yeah, signature.
That's why, I mean, us having a dedicated person for our consortia signature is crucial because there is so much they offer, right? And the more you know about, signature, the better you're off. So
100%. 100%. And Dory has a world of information
right.
that will help the travel advisors with just a lot of them want to do groups, but they have no idea how.
Yeah, they don't know where to start.
And Signature is amazing with that. They
Right.
offer training, they offer support, they have e-marketing, invoicing. Just it's an amazing consortium. The things that they can do with that.
Right.
And once we introduce them to Dory and she has her video call with them, they're going to realize all of the resources they have.
Right. And
That's
she
just gonna,
walks them through the whole platform.
she will walk them
So
through
let's go back to the onboarding specialist real quick because I just wanted to clarify something and understand something. So with the onboarding specialist, that is kind of your first stop, right?
Correct.
In the learning development team. So how long is the onboarding specialist gonna help them through that process, that onboarding process, the beginning stages of becoming a travel advisor? Is there a time where they start becoming hands off, or they graduate, or they don't need that resource anymore? What's the time frame on that?
The onboarding specialist is actually going to be there as their main point of contact for about a year.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if they have any questions, I mean, of course, we offer them those resources. They know how to contact advisor support. They know how to contact the accounting department. We have all of that within TPI Suitcase, and we show them those resources and how to reach them.
Right.
But if there's anything that they have questions on, they're not sure where to go,
Right.
we're going to be there to guide them. So
That's
the
awesome.
onboarding specialist will be there for the first year
Right.
to guide them. If they don't have the answer, they'll make sure they
I mean, that's such a critical stage, right?
Yeah.
In any industry, whatever industry you decide to go in on, especially if it's an industry you're not familiar with, right? So if you haven't been a travel advisor, you're starting fresh. This is a great resource we have for our new travel advisors, to have somebody there for your first 12 months to really walk you through, we'll say, training wheels, if that's a proper way of describing it, and just really walking with you step by step in kind of creating that succession plan for you to make sure that you do succeed as a travel advisor. Because there's so many different components to succeeding as a travel advisor. It could be very overwhelming, especially in the beginning.
Yeah.
Where do you start, right? So I think that's an amazing resource that we have here at TPI.
Yeah, 100%.
With the onboarding specialists.
A lot of people do come in, and I did onboarding before moving into this role.
Okay.
And when you're meeting them and they're face to face, they're very nervous. They don't know where to start. So it's nice for them to know that they have somebody that they can rely on, somebody that they can reach out to.
Okay, so with the talking about the signature liaison with Dory and that position specifically, what do you think that window of time is in regards to fully understanding signature and all the benefits and the resources they have to offer? What does that window of training look like?
I think maybe for the first 6 months,
Okay.
they can,
As they start with
as they start with TPI for the first 6 months, they can set, and we have a specific signature at tpionline.com where they can go ahead and just kind of schedule a one-on-one video call with her. That way they can share screens.
Awesome.
It depends on how deep they want to go.
Okay.
We do offer other resources like Monarch for e-marketing, which is free to them. So it depends if they want to use the resources that Signature has.
Right.
Then of course
Which
they have
they have their own marketing and distribution
Yeah.
email marketing platform.
Yeah. So if they're gonna participate in all of those resources that Signature has, then they're gonna be hanging out with Dory a little bit more often than not.
Got it.
If they have their own and they're doing their own thing, then they may not need it as much.
Understood. And then we have Callista, the Learning and Development Department Manager, kind of oversees it all. So this is a newly developed, it's not a newly developed concept because TPI has had these departments in the past, not shaped and formed this way, but tell us what the next 6 months looks like for this Learning and Development Department.
We're actually really excited. We kind of, we all got thrown together and created this because, again, like you said, it's scary when somebody comes in and they don't really know much and
Right.
they're not sure how to start everything.
Right.
So what can we do a little bit better than we did before
Right.
to make sure that these people's business succeed? We want to make sure that these advisors succeed. If they succeed, we succeed.
Of course.
So we wanted to create kind of a flow for them. And that's what this team is brought together to do. So
Nice.
when they come in, we now have a direct flow. They're going to be able to meet the people that are going to be able to help them with building their website,
Right.
with getting their e-marketing set up, with learning how to actually do the selling.
Right.
You know, anything that a travel advisor is going to need. How do you
A structured process.
yeah,
that
very
is super
structured
important.
process.
Yeah.
Instead of kind of throwing them in there and saying, here, we have all of this for you.
Right.
Go.
Right.
There's an actual structured process with it.
That's
and
awesome.
and Callista leading this team, she's extremely intelligent. She has more knowledge on stuff that I
Yeah.
sit there and I'm baffled.
Yeah.
But it's really nice when somebody can come in and be completely green
Mm-hmm.
and still succeed because we're taking them step by step by step by step by
Right.
step.
Yeah. I mean, I've been in the travel industry. I've been with TPI for almost 10 years. And I've been around travel advisors a lot, right? Because we do a lot of events for our advisors. And the one, I don't even want to say it's a complaint, but the one comment that advisors have is, you know, the onboarding process, right? And what that looks like. We do offer advisors a ton of resources, but I think we saw an opportunity with creating that structured process, right? Because at the end of the day, we're the host agency. We're here to support our travel advisors. But if you're coming in and you're green and you have no idea what a host agency model is, if you don't know where to start in the travel industry, all this, it's like you're opening the floodgates, right? And
Yeah.
just everything hits you at once. And it's like everything looks great, right? But how you start in that process could ultimately help you do really well or not so great, right?
Yeah.
So with the learning development department, it's really exciting to see us have a pulse on the importance of what that process looks like, right? There's one thing to have those positions and a business development department or coach or you know, an individual that helps you with that, but understanding the process and what that looks like, I think, is extremely important to the advisor's success. So with that being said, is a perfect segue for my next question is, so what is that one, you keep saying, you use the phrase sharing your screen, and with technology the way it is, I'm pretty sure everybody has an understanding what that is. But, you know, these one-on-one meetings that you guys have with advisors, you guys dedicate time, put time aside, these one-on-one meetings you have with our travel advisor community. Walk us through how easy and seamless it is to actually schedule an appointment with somebody on your team.
Oh, 100%. We'll always send out links on
Okay.
on when we email them as a welcome. We
Okay.
email them to introduce ourselves. There's always a link to our booking engine.
Got it.
So they can just click on that link and it'll pull up a time and day on our calendar and they can choose whatever time is convenient for them.
Fantastic.
So they will see all of our calendar openings and they can just hop right onto our calendar when it's convenient for them. It's typically a 30-minute time slot.
Okay.
I always buffer it because some people have more questions. You have people that are fresh to the industry. You have people that are experienced, and the ones that are experienced may not have as many questions.
Right.
So I'll always buffer it. But during that call, there is, we do it through Teams.
Okay.
So there is a portion of it where we share the screen. So I can actually let the other person in the video, instead of looking at me,
Right.
they're watching my screen.
Got it.
And I can just kind of show them all the different components of TPI Suitcase,
Nice.
where they can go, where they can find their resources, so that way they can visually see it.
Okay.
It's a lot easier if they can visually see it, and then they can go and replicate it when they're on their own computer.
Fantastic. So let's just say if we have so our audience is composed of people who stumble on our content organically, who don't know what, you know, a host agency is or TPI is, Travel Planners International, and then we have our actual advisor network community, right? So let's just say somebody is watching this video that has been with TPI for 2 years. The process of, okay, we send them a link when they join. So let's just say an advisor of TPI has been in the game for 2 years now, and they want to schedule a call with you and get a refresher. How would that older advisor or the advisor who's been here for 2 years would be able to schedule a time with you?
Well, everybody has access to the advisor support
Okay.
because that's ongoing.
Got it.
They can easily ask advisor support, hey, I want to do, an onboarding, just a refresher, or I'm not
Got it.
understanding the new TPI suitcase platform.
Understood.
And they will absolutely just have them sent over to us. They'll shoot me an email.
And that's agent support at tpionline.com. Did I get that right? I got that right.
So you have agent support at tpionline.com. And you also have L&D. So
Right.
L as in learning, the letter N as in Nancy, D as in David,
Okay.
at tpionline.com.
Okay.
And they can always go through there as well. And
So
that will give them,
LND at tpionline.com.
correct.
Got
And
it.
that will give them access to our department.
That's fantastic. All right. So for someone who is interested in becoming a travel advisor, right, help them understand why it's better to join a host agency versus trying to do it on your own as an independent.
Oh, there is a slew of reasons for that. It's a slew of reasons for that. Anybody that's tried to start their own business knows the challenges.
Of course.
Not only the challenges, but the overhead cost. If you join a host agency, a lot of the things that you would have to do on your own are already done for you.
Okay.
So getting your own IATA number, which is like our licensing, for someone to do that on their own, it is an expense. Insurance is an expense.
Right.
Getting to know what resources you have as far as suppliers, who to book through. Once you're a travel advisor, you're not just going onto any particular booking engine. You're going through specific booking portals that are purposely made for travel advisors so
Right.
that you get your commissions.
100%.
Also, these suppliers, they are familiar with certain companies, and if you're new to the industry, well, your commission may not be as high.
Yeah.
So joining a host agency that is, well positioned in the industry like TPI,
Right.
you're going to get higher commissions. You're going to have access to these suppliers. You're going to have insurance that will cover you. You will have, resources to all of the things that you may not know, like e-marketing.
Right.
If you ask anybody on the street, hey, what's signature?
Right. They're going to like, what's that?
That's the thing.
They're like,
you
am I
sign.
signing that?
Yeah,
Am I signing a check for you?
I can sign a check. Where we know this is a consortia that's going to
Right.
give them a world of resource.
Right.
If you ask them, what about e-marketing? I
Right.
usually describe it to people that don't know, because they'll come in and they won't know when I mention it to them, either in onboarding or business development meetings. And I describe it as, you go into Bath and Body Works and they ask you for your phone number and your email address, and you're
Right.
like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But
I get so upset when they do that. I don't know why. I know ultimately they're gonna send me like coupons and like
Yes.
BOGOs, and and the moment I just get so frustrated, I'm just like, why?
Because they're selling your stuff.
Yeah, I
and
know.
It's crazy.
Yeah, you're right.
Which is something we would never do.
Right.
We always keep this in-house. However, that is e-marketing.
Right. Yeah.
So you're immediately going to get emails with specials and discounts and all kinds of stuff.
Right.
So you can either click on these discounts or you can unsubscribe.
Right.
As the business owner, you want to know who's unsubscribing. You want to know who's actually
The data behind
clicking
it,
on this.
100%.
You want to get all of this information. We will help you do that. We'll
Nice.
help you understand how to do it. We'll give you the resource to do it.
Right. On top of that, too, I mean, I've been in the marketing and creative department for a long time, and there are exclusive promos and offers that our partners and suppliers give exclusively to Travel Planners International.
100%.
So, I mean, that's a huge perk. On top of the higher commission levels,
Yeah.
taking advantage of, these tailor-made promotions for Travel Planners International is a huge win because we get them all the time. We have Partner of the Month. We have 2 partners per month most of the time.
Yeah.
And on top of that, you got holiday deals. It's just the amount of, promotions and sales that our partners give us, tailor-made to us, is crazy.
And it's not only the discounts that we can offer our clients.
Right.
The advisors get incentives.
Yeah.
So
Very true.
they'll give us a deal for the client.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
say, if you sell X amount of these,
Yeah.
I'm going to give you this incentive. So as a travel advisor, you have all these opportunities to travel, to do fam cruises
Yeah.
and trips, and get to go places that normally maybe you couldn't afford to do.
Yeah.
And now you're out there doing them, and then you're experiencing it and selling it.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. My friends and family really they give me a lot of I constantly say that, okay, well, I have to go to Hawaii because I got to work. And then there's like, oh, I got to go back to Jamaica. And there's like, oh, Crimea River, you got to go to Jamaica. But I mean, it's a great industry. And you're right. There's a lot of perks, even, as when when you travel, you're educating yourself. Right. When you go to these, all inclusives, or you're going on a ship inaugural, that you're understanding the product to better position yourself to sell it. So yeah, that's a perk in its own. Like if you really think about, add up all the costs for all these travels that the advisors have access to per year, that's a lot of money.
It's a lot, and you're not just getting commission, you're getting all those perks.
Yep, 100%.
Plus the legitimacy of joining a host agency.
Okay.
Nobody knows who you are as an individual, but if you join a host agency that is known in the business, you are going to get the business development managers coming after you saying, here, I'm going to give you this special, sell this 100%. To your client. So there's so many perks. So many perks.
This leads me into my last question. And this is geared mostly towards, our travel advisor network, right? We recently had an update with our back end, our CRM, and our software that our advisors use to either book their sales, manage their data, and also connect with the resources that we have for them, right? And on our new core, in our TPI suitcase, there's a couple of sections in there for resources for our travel advisors. Walk us through some of those resources that we have hosted for them.
It's actually one of the first things we do.
Okay.
When we are doing that navigational initial meeting with them on the onboarding, you go into the education, that big pink circle in the middle, and you have the e-marketing, as we were discussing. So you have Monarch, which is free to our advisors. So we offer them Monarch, we offer them training on it, how to set it up.
Right.
We are offering them a link to an email or a website that they can go ahead and have their website built, and just assisting them through that. We are offering them connections to join ASTA. There's so many different things that we can give them that are going to help their business grow.
Okay.
We want to make sure that they understand how to network through social media.
Got it.
How to get their clients through, like when we do our advisor meetings. Yeah. So we have all these meetings that they can go to, and all of these are found in there. You can find a mentor.
Okay.
If you're having trouble, just kind of a little nervous about getting everything started, now not sure where to start, we can help. But a mentor who's actually out there doing the selling, using all these resources, and has succeeded in it.
Right.
We have a mentorship program, and
Nice.
they can join the mentorship program. The advisor meetups that they have that are also listed on our calendar and suitcase.
Right.
A lot of times the BDMs go to that.
Yeah.
So they have a chance to meet them face to face and form these relationships.
We have, we the advocates in the mentor programs. There's a ton of advisors, seasoned advisors, that we have that offer those services to other travel advisors, and that's such a great resource because what better education or guidance can you get but from someone that has been in the industry for 20 years and sells $5-10 million in travel a year. So having that, I think it's huge. It's great.
Yeah. We also like to make sure that when they come in, they join our Facebook group.
Yes.
That is a phenomenal place to network with advisors, not just in their area or just the mentors that we have listed. Right. But everybody is in there.
Right. So walk me through a little bit. I mean, with the Facebook groups, we have a handful of different categories, and we segment our advisors. So we have a top producing advisor page. We have a main TPI family page. We have a TPI rising rockstar page. These are all Facebook pages and communities. It's for advisors, peer-to-peers, to have to start up conversation. But walk me through some of the support you've seen on these private TPI Facebook pages, whether it be from peer-to-peer or somebody jumping in from TPI.
I've seen a lot of both, especially with us updating our systems. We also have the TPI suitcase page.
Correct, yeah.
And when a new advisor comes in, we automatically give them the invitation to the family page and to the Rising Rockstars page.
Got it.
I've never been to Dubai.
Right.
I would love to go to Dubai.
Me too.
Never been to Dubai.
Yeah.
If I wanted to plan a trip to Dubai, I honestly don't know where to start.
Yeah. 100%.
So I would go to the Facebook page.
Got it.
And I can easily say, hey, I have a client that is wanting to do this.
Right.
Does anybody have any insight?
Got it.
And it's amazing how many people will just jump right in.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
Give you all kinds of suggestions and, hey, go through this one. I actually saw one the other day. Someone was asking about a trip to Hawaii.
Okay.
And they had never been to Hawaii and they didn't know who the best supplier would be.
Right.
And at least 10 people popped up with the same supplier name. So instantly
Wow.
she knew where to go,
Exactly.
what to do. And I saw it a week later and she was
Yeah.
like, this was great. Thank you so much. So
That's
you
fantastic.
build these relationships with people that you may not meet them face to face. They might
Right.
be somebody from New York and the one that answered is in California.
Right.
But you build a relationship and appreciation for their
Yeah.
professionalism, their insight, their
100%.
knowledge. So definitely, I mean, Facebook's always great.
Facebook
a
is
good
great.
Place
The
to,
groups are, I
Yeah.
love the groups.
yeah.
Love the groups.
And we do have advisors that some of them jump in faster than we do, and they have an answer.
Well, yeah, that's 100% correct.
Yeah.
Like, cause I mean, they're on there. They're on there a lot more than we are. We have to stop. We have things that we have to do, so we may not be online as much. But yeah, they're extremely quick to show support.
Yeah,
100%.
and we absolutely love that. We
Yeah.
love when we
We
see the
encourage it,
advisors.
for real.
Oh my God, yeah, it's amazing.
All right, Christine. Well, thank you so much for sitting down and taking some time to talk with
You
me.
are very welcome.
Hopefully, this might be a part 1 of 2 or 3. We can really dive in deep and kind of pick apart the resources and support your learning and development team does and offers. But with that being said, thank you for watching this episode of TPI Insider, where we give you an inside look on how we support our travel advisor rockstar community. Thank you again.
You're welcome.